Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope everyone is staying safe and staying home and washing your hands. And I know this time might be a trying time for a lot of people. I know there's a lot of people unemployed in the world. There's a lot of people who are sick, and there's a lot of bad things we see on the news, and it can be very discouraging. But today is a day that Christians and people around the world celebrate something called Good Friday. And that's something that I wanted to talk about today. As I was looking into the Word and I was thinking about, Jesus dying on the cross for us, what an amazing gift that He has given us. And I know the verse, John 3:16, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever believeth Him will not perish but have everlasting life. And that's one that my mother and father instilled in me when I was younger, to believe in God and know that, God sent His Son to die on the cross for me and for my sins and for my iniquity. And when we look at the cross, there's so many things in the cross that represent, healing and God's power and God's strength. And it's just an amazing thing to think about on Good Friday, though it is a sad remembrance of Him dying on the cross and all the things that He went through and the pain and the suffering. It is such an important thing for us as Christians to, marvel at it and be so grateful that, God sent His Son for us, for you and I, to get rid of all of our sin. And I wanted to read another verse that really spoke out to me, and it was in 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 18. And this talks about Christ's suffering, and I think that's something that I want to remember, though He did rise again, but on this Good Friday, thinking about His suffering and all that He went through for you and I. So it says, Christ suffered for His sins once for all time. He never sinned, but He died for sinners, to bring you safely home to God. He suffered physical death, but He was raised to life in the Spirit. So like that verse says, that He suffered physical pain. He was in physical agony for you and I. And, we are sinners, and, we're not worthy of Him, but He still did it regardless, and He still sacrificed His life for us. And I just want to, encourage you all during this time to remember all the things that, God has done in your life and all the blessings that you have. And on this Good Friday, to remember, Jesus dying on the cross. And we know that He does rise again, and there's an ending to that story of Him, rising, going into the clouds, and all the beautiful things that happen. But today on Good Friday, remembering what He did for you and I, and how He influences all of our lives still to this day, as we look at the world and the chaos that's around us everywhere. We've known maybe family members who've gotten sick, or people who've gotten sick, or people who've lost their jobs, or whatever the circumstances are. We can always point to the Word of God, and we can always point to the cross, because the cross is redemption. I just want to encourage you today and wish you all a very happy Friday, and encourage you to seek God, not just in these times, but in all times. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday, and you all be blessed.